Talia grew up in a comfortable, peaceful, and warm home. Her father, Mark, was a respected teacher, and her mother, Tabitha, was a kind and hardworking nurse. Together, they gave their only daughter everything they could: good clothes, good food, good education, and most of all, love. But Talia didn't see it that way. To her, love wasn't enough. From childhood, Talia had been treated with softness. Every tear she cried, every little wish she made, her parents gave in. They couldn't bear to see her upset. As she grew older, that softness turned into pride. Talia loved herself a little too much. She spent hours in front of mirrors, and even longer on her phone. Social media was her world. She knew every new trend, every new dance, every viral challenge. Her photos were perfect, polished, smiles, filters, and expensive poses. At home she behaved like a queen who deserved to be served. She never washed a plate, she never helped with laundry. If her mother asked her to sweep or cook, she'd wrinkle her nose and say, "Me? Do chores. That's what maids are for, not me." Tabitha would sigh gently. "Talia, my daughter, you must learn to be humble." But Talia would laugh and walk away, headphones in her ears, music loud enough to drown every word of correction. She looked down on everyone: neighbors, classmates, even her parents. If her father came home tired and tried to give her advice, she would roll her eyes and say, "Dad, please. Times have changed. Your advice is from the Stone Age." If her mother asked her to join her for prayer, she would groan, "Prayer? For what? You people pray too much. I'm fine without it." When visitors came, she would barely greet them, and when her parents corrected her, she would argue loudly, always finding a way to make herself right. Her favorite sentence was, "I can never apologize. I didn't do anything wrong," even when she clearly did. One day she broke a cup after carelessly swinging her bag on the table. Her mother softly said, "Talia, please apologize and be careful next time." But she snapped back, "Apologize for a cup? I'll never apologize for that." Then she stormed off, slamming her door behind her. Tabitha and Mark exchanged a look of sadness, not anger. They had raised her with love, but pride had stolen her heart. One evening, the house was quiet after dinner. Tabitha and Mark sat together, praying softly as they often did. Talia was scrolling on her phone, laughing at a video when her mother called gently, "Talia, please come sit with us for a few minutes." She sighed loudly. "Can't you see I'm busy?" "Please, just for a moment," her father said, his tone patient. "We need to talk to you." Talia rolled her eyes but sat down reluctantly, crossing her arms. Tabitha looked at her daughter with tears hiding behind her smile. "Talia, we love you so much, but lately we've seen you drift away, not just from us, but from God too. You've become proud and cold. My daughter, when was the last time you prayed?" Talia scoffed. "Oh, not this again. You people think life is all about prayer and humility. You live such boring lives, yet you want me to be like you. I want to enjoy my life, travel, dress well, be known. You don't understand me at all." Her father's voice was steady. "We understand more than you think, my child. But pride destroys faster than fire. Come back to God while you still can." That was the last straw. Talia jumped to her feet and shouted, "I'm done with this. You can keep your prayers and your boring God. I'm leaving this house tonight." She ran to her room, threw her clothes into a bag, and stormed toward the gate. Outside, as always, sat Monica, the old woman who slept beside their gate. Her grey hair framed a face lined with both wisdom and pain. She had seen Talia grow from a tiny child into the proud young woman she now was. As Talia tried to walk past, Monica spoke softly. "Talia, my child, where are you going with such anger in your heart?" Talia snapped, "Anywhere but here. I'm tired of being controlled. They don't understand me." Monica nodded slowly. "Sit here with me for a moment. I want to tell you something before you go." Talia frowned but hesitated. Something in the old woman's voice sounded serious. She sat down, folding her arms impatiently. Monica looked up at the night sky. Her voice was calm and low. "Many years ago, your parents were very rich. one of the wealthiest couples in this town. They had everything money could buy. But one day, on their way home from work, they found a baby abandoned in the trash by the roadside. That baby was sickly, weak, and barely breathing. Talia froze. What? Really? What happened to the baby? Monica continued gently. They took the baby to the hospital, searched for her real parents, but no one wanted her. The doctor said she wouldn't live. Both her kidneys were damaged. Your parents, Tabitha and Mark, spent everything they had to save her. They sold their house, their land, their cars. They gave up their comfort to keep her alive. Talia's voice trembled. No, they never told me that. Monica nodded. And when there was no other hope, your mother gave the baby one of her kidneys. Then your father gave her the other. That's how you are alive today, Talia. That baby was you. The very organs that keep you alive belong to both your parents. Talia's eyes widened. Tears filled them instantly. Her hands shook as she whispered, You mean I've been living because of them? Monica smiled faintly. Yes, child. They gave you not just love, but their own life. They could have left you that day, just like everyone else did, but they chose you, and though they lost their wealth, they gained a daughter. Talia covered her face and began to cry. Every cruel word, every disrespectful moment flashed before her eyes like fire. Without saying another word, Talia dropped her bag and ran back into the house. Her parents were still sitting quietly in the living room, praying for her safety. She burst through the door, tears streaming down her face, and fell to her knees. Mommy, Daddy, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Her mother rushed to her side, confused and frightened. Talia, what's wrong? Talia held their hands tightly, crying uncontrollably. I'm sorry for all the pain I caused you. I'm sorry for every time I disrespected you. I didn't know that you gave up everything, even your own kidneys, just to save me. Tabitha's eyes filled with tears. She hugged her daughter tightly. You were never a burden, Talia. You were our blessing. We did it out of love. Mark placed his hand on her shoulder, his eyes shining with pride and forgiveness. We forgive you, my child. What matters now is that you found the truth and that you found your way back to God. From that day onward, Talia was never the same. She became humble, prayerful, and full of gratitude. She began helping around the house, serving her parents with joy. She deleted the prideful pictures from her social media and began using her voice to inspire others, telling them to love their parents and thank God every day. She often sat beside Monica listening to her wisdom, sharing meals and praying together. Talia finally understood what true wealth meant. It wasn't in clothes, fame, or followers. It was in love, gratitude, and faith. Gratitude is the beginning of wisdom. Pride blinds the heart, but love opens the eyes. Never despise those who raised you. Their sacrifices may be the reason you are alive today.